Welcome back. We are us, and this is as you can tell, we are not in the land of the Tier 3 Andes anymore. The Plains of Mists, or Plain of the Mists, whichever it actually was. I only just played it yesterday, and, well, saw the name yesterday, and I don't care to get it correct. Sue me. So, as I said that I would do, I came back to Jelgin. I went ahead and took a look at the door. Turns out I was way off base. The symbols on the door are connected to something else entirely. So the symbols I noticed back at the plains aren't relevant. At least here. They might be relevant there at some point, but that's a story for another day. As I said, the symbols themselves had nothing to do with the door. So, what could I do but go about looking for... Where am I, anyway? Okay. What can I do but go back and start looking for our means for progressing in this area? You know how I've titled all of the videos in this particular set this week something related to being blind? Well, if the shoe fits, right? I have done nothing if not bring shame to my ancestors. Repeatedly. Just back to back. Oh yeah, that's something in a place we haven't been yet. Also, notice that the car is gone. Anything. I have done nothing. Anyway, not anything. Anyway, I have done nothing but bring shame to my ancestors, and so I decided to bring you guys along in order to shrug some of that shame off. Granted, it doesn't really work, considering that a blind man does blind man things. I can understand how I made the mistake. I just don't find it acceptable that the mistake was made. This is how we go up. Yeah. This simple. I had all of the pieces I needed. None of the eyes required to notice. And I'm good at noticing things, despite what I've shown here. I'm good at noticing. I'm very good at it. I mean, I noticed the ladder when I came back here, and I wasn't recording, and I didn't have any of that extra pressure on my neck, but I really, maybe I really should have noticed it. Do we really need the Guardian detector? The compass is of ever-fluctuating value, but the Guardian detector is not particularly necessary. In fact, it's pretty freaking optional. So, let's see how we're going to do this. I wouldn't mind having an emergency med kit just to get a chunk of health back so I don't just blow up if something goes horribly wrong, especially against the Tier 3 Andes. guess we can put this there. I wanted something else to go here. I don't remember what. Dawn. Not what fate awaits us here. I believe we're destined for greatness. Blah, blah, blah. The humble dawn, which would be the sun, will forever lie in the hills. I will remember with fondness our quaint shrine. No, this is telling me about the... There's something at Vista Hills that I have a key to. Something through the snake passage. But I don't ever remember seeing any chests or anything that were actually locked. We unlocked the entire passageway as well, so that's an extra finger in the bum there. I thought for a second that might be connected to the symbols back at the plains, but no. Let me read that just to make sure I got those. Yeah, this led me to the chest. That was directly across from the entrance to the Abbey. We can go ahead and trade that one for... I don't know why. I don't know what this thing is supposed to do for me. It's just sitting here, and I have no idea what value it's supposed to have. It's not like it's something I can give to someone. It's supposed to provide me with information, but for the life of me, I cannot imagine regarding what. Getting it didn't start a mystery, so I know it doesn't have anything to do with potential loot. So thinking about it just causes my interest to dwindle in ever greater measure. I will equip that. Okay, the journal entries we found last episode might have to do with the attendants that were sent along with this letter, but the letter itself, I just don't understand what the value is. See, this makes sense. There's a location, a code being provided. But some of this other stuff is literal white noise and just is in the way. I'll leave the slot empty. Also, I have been making frequent use of this relic. It's just so good. You can't say no to extra XP. Give me keys. Give me fire. Give me that which I desire. Maybe this guy has them. I thank you, my good man. Shame you died with your shoe off. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. With locked eyes, Finello and Vaughn vowed to love each other for eternity, as their fathers, Lord Astor and Lord Jahan, look on. So, turn that way, turn that way, turn that way, turn that way. Open sesame. Really? So, it's literally just this? Unless I've got the wrong two. Yeah, I guess it would make sense. So that's her father there that I had her facing. The mini-man here is her husband-to-be, and this is his father. Makes a kind of sense. October 30th. Vanilla Astor is betrothed to Von Jahan. So, 30 and Angel. And we also have acquired... going the wrong way. We've also acquired access to the next part of whatever this puzzle is here in the center. This is 30 and that. No. If the key doesn't fit, you must acquit. Sounds like whoever's up. It sounds like whoever's up there has haze. And now that I've fought rank 3 or tier 3 haze, I find tier 2 haze. Oh, okay, I see how that goes. Laughable. farmed. Absolutely embarrassed. So great was Finello's hatred and rage towards her brother and father that she could no longer look at them, while they looked to her with disappointment. Ban Jahan is assassinated at his wedding by 33 Assyrian soldiers. We have 33 under the sword. Make sure there's nothing else here worthy of my inventory. Nice. I'd really love to get a new poncho, skin, anything really that isn't a hat. It's not really customization if you literally only ever get one part that can be customized. So, 33 under the sword. No idea why 90 is there twice. So that one is wrong. Oh, great. I knew that 90 was the horse. Why did I bother checking that? The one that's in question is on this other side. I know the rose is correct. We just did that one. We just did the angel. Wait. Not angel, bird, anyway. So Rose is the one, right? Unless we need to interact with something. But I imagine it would immediately open. Fourth under the rose. Yeah. Got the sword, we've got the bird, we've got... Yeah, all of this is correct. What the frick am I missing then? "33 soldiers. That was under the bird. No, it wasn't. That was under the sword. This was when she was married to him. Or they were exchanging vows. I mean, it's all right. So why isn't it working? Does it have to be put in order of occurrence? Which is extremely annoying. That's grieving 90 days. The 30 is when they were exchanging vows. So that would be first. This would go... Actually, this would stay here. Hold on, what exactly does this say again? May the truth be forever memorialized. So, yeah, it's probably asking for the order of the events. I don't remember what 24 was. So it's either going to be 1 or 2. So that's the one we'll have to hold on to. And we'll instead exchange it for force and 90. You can exchange 24 either goes here or here. So what we're looking at is bird 30, And I'm aware this is the long way back to the bird. Two sniper Andys in the back. You really don't want to play the shooting game with me. Come on. I thought I was holding the guard, but apparently it's all you can eat wrong today. Let's dance somewhere a little more comfortable, shall we? Come on, boys. I believe in you. Or something like it. Thing is, I don't know if he's... It doesn't really matter, does it? That was enjoyable. And now we have a new useful item, a map of Hedea that's ancient. June 12th, 805. I had suspicions that that dear brother had been lying to me for all these years. He's been secretly carrying on Father's abominable work at the WeArEuS Museum. After Father's death a decade ago, we made the mutual decision to forsake and shutter that wretched place. I cannot fathom how he gained entry without my royal seal. I have instructed my steward to prepare my carriage for a voyage to the museum. Now that I have finally uncovered the truth, I have decided to confront him directly about everything. I was not aware that the alarm was going off in the background. Now, hopefully the audio editing program I have will get rid of at least some of that. So this is how the twins disappeared. So now the value of this place is fully discovered. At least I think so, right? No, 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 no. We still have one more. We still have one mystery left. And that one's probably a little bit more complicated than that puzzle was. I'm trying to remember the way there. Okay, so here's the door I was talking about last episode. As you see by the iconography on it, I was completely wrong. Now, I know that I've got notes around here somewhere that pertain to this particular thing. I, however, cannot even begin to remember what that particular piece of information looks like. Auriga? Journal entry. Hold on, this might actually be it. Just see. No. This parchment was probably supposed to show me the way to Auriga Museum, but we learned about that from the library. Which I'm pretty... It was either the library or the ministry building. I'm pretty sure it was the latter. But maybe it's not there, and it's one of these. That was Eternity's note. Ministry of Cultural Primacy. Probably among these. Hopefully it wasn't one of these tapes. notice anything. Yeah, I could have sworn there was information on these particular symbols. It wasn't clearly stated, but it was talking in a roundabout way about how the king used symbols to indicate members of his family. And I don't.
Follow up on case number 290. The Umal Caves. I've spent the evening.
That's what we found with the twin snake thing that we currently have. I know I have it. I just don't know what or where. Huh. not know. It's annoying to feel like I remember something and I can't recall all of it. I guess I'll put a pin in that until I can find the information again. And instead we'll go ahead and distract ourselves with whatever lies within the WeArEuS Museum. Loot, surely. After all, that's what this is all about. I mean, as far as I'm concerned. The guy might have other things he's more focused on, but loot is my goal. I don't imagine there will be anything immediately on the other side of this door. You dare moon me, boy? The audacity. Okay. So we can interact with them, rotate them more specifically. All shall look upon me and obey. Turn left. 3. That's not good. Isn't this weird? How in the world did OMSEF even get in here? There has to be another entrance then, right? You can't just hit me with some X-Files type music and expect me to be okay. do you have for me? Ever wonder what a moon looks like? No, there won't be anything here. Immediately, anyway. OMSEF training room, huh?
Anyone out there? Hey, stop! Is somebody out there? Over.
That sounds like a hassle. I don't know how much further this keeps going down now. Actually, wow. That's at least 2 more doors.
Anyone out there? Hey, stop! Is somebody out there? Over. Finally. Thank God. Listen, I'm stuck in the training room on floor B1. I'm safe, but I don't know for how long.
Who are you?
How about we skip the formalities for now? Please, help me escape the training room.
Well, that's annoying. That was B1, but getting in there from that side is no good. I still cannot see the bottom. Hopefully that just means a lot of opportunities for loot. Set of keys on a keychain labeled maintenance. In case of general power failure, backup generator must be activated manually. Emergency power is distributed to all levels to ensure critical processes can wind down safely. To maintain containment protocols, each level's electrical substation can only supply power to one of 2 grids at a time on that level. Manual activation of a substation switch is required to reroute power between grids. I'm sure that'll make sense once I actually get into doing it. Now that I think about it, the suppressors probably for dealing with haze. Blessedly, poor thing is only level 2. I like how Time Loop Guardians mark the area when they die. That's kind of cool. Typically, it's like the floor, but if they're close enough to a wall, they'll mark that too. When I get to it, I get to it. For now, I don't feel like it. But I sort of have to, now that things have been dealt with in the green doors. I meant to swap to the twin axes, but I pressed the wrong buttons. Thankfully, the one I did press didn't go off. But he was... Hey there! Since we're the conductor on this pain train, I figure we might as well have the XP boost to make it much more worth our while. It's like being able to double your salary on command. But at the same time, absolutely nothing like it. I hear a Time Loop Guardian, but I can't tell under the noise if there's hate. If there's... Yeah. Letting him summon in close quarters would be insane. Oh. Okay. I mean, whatever you say, boss. As soon as I can get a clear line of sight on you, that's it for you. I'm sure someone somewhere felt sorry for that guy. It better not have been one of you. I can't have viewers sympathizing with monsters. No, not even monsters. Andes. Ugh. So There's nothing I can really do here. Not until I encounter a switch for the yellow doors. Don't see any such thing up here. Hey, every single one of those that I get is one less I have to craft myself. Let's see if B1 is alright now. Since we have keys... Oh, that's a purple door.
Anyone out there? Hey! Stop! Is somebody out there? Over. Requesting assistance. Over.
Ooh.
I want
So...
Requesting
Purple
assistance.
doors first.
Over.
And then we'll do the yellow door and go all the way to the next floor.
Please pick up. Over.
I see Andy's through that door. Oh, this room is big. He doesn't have haze. But what if he's not alone? Oh, he's alone, all right.
Training sequence activated.
It looks like training exercise has been activated. You'll have to go through the whole thing before the doors can be reopened. When ready, use the button to start.
That means we're going to have to end up fighting at least one haze. Unless I can stay in this corner, and it looks like I can, and then we'll just be able to pick them off. What button, by the way? Oh.
Protocol 6 initiated. Protocol 7 initiated. Threat level low.
No haze.
That's not good. Something's wrong. It's not following the standard procedure. Protocol 9 initiated. Threat level elevated.
Haze, huh? What if I just don't want to?
I managed to open the supply room for you. You better prepare for the next wave.
Give me loot, give me fire, give me that which I desire. I felt like I was onto something and then pooped my pants. The new rank 2. Nope, never using that. That's the one that spins you right round, baby. Right round.
Protocol 1 initiated. Protocol 2 initiated. Threat level
Threat level. Error.
I don't see...
Error.
Crap. 8's opening. Get absolutely danced on.
Access restored.
Thank God. The training sequence is over. Everything seems back to normal. I'll open the door.
I'm just better. Frankly, that got really sticky really fast. That's what she said, by the way. I opened the door and grabbed the item. God, I'm multitasking now. Delicious. Ooh. Just gonna go ahead and... Handmade ring. A cheap handmade ring featuring a colorful and garish emblem. No idea where that's supposed to go. Let's shut that down because that noise is annoying.
Thank God you showed up. You're a lifesaver.
No, I am definitely a life taker.
Who are you?
I'm Theo Kagan, an assistant technician for OMSEF training. We're doing exercises when the whole place went haywire. Backup systems malfunctioned when we lost power. The team, they didn't stand a chance. I've been calling on the radio ever since.
Didn't stand a chance because apparently the idiots don't equip glyphs. Good. Otherwise, I'd never get any drone modules.
What do you know about this symbol?
I know this. Our boys did a sweep in the older part of the facility. They found a strange stone with that symbol on it. I told them to put it in the storage room on B4 for future analysis. That's where we keep all the old stuff. You'll need some high-level clearance to get in there. Here, take my key card. It's the least I can do.
It definitely is. Miss 90s haircut. Okay, so let's see what else we can access beyond this door. A yoink. Cigarette case. It's an exploration item. Okay. Sure. I never use those, by the way. The meals, I don't get the point. I mean, stamina regen is not slow enough. I could see use cases for it, but wouldn't it just be better to not let that happen to your stamina, that they become necessary? Well, tickle my pickle. So the yellow doors are on the other side. Man, wouldn't it just be the best if this was a faux type? That way I wouldn't have to ever come back here? Well, once I get all the loot and deal with all of the story-based stuff, I don't have to come back here one way or the other. But I also get rewarded for closing the time loop, so, you know. Ah. Well, let's go ahead and get these guys up. Ow. Full health. Now that the shortcut's open, we do have yellow doors on this floor, so let's see what lies beyond. Also, this is the same area because I remember now that we took a ladder up, so we should have been basically, we should basically be, yeah. Samson Tilda, deceased husband. Right, OMSEF runs this place, and they apparently don't care whether someone is Sabinian or Palamist.
January 4th, 1993. Request for closure of Time Loop Master 1. After years of Composition of Conrad aster by Finello aster. Horizontal diameter, 15 meters. Resident topology signature, theta rho pattern. Recommend training protocols be displaced to level B4, taking advantage of Alpha 1 breakthrough. Recommend collapse of Aster 1 in 30 days' time. This delay will allow finalization of data collection, as well as equipment and personnel transfers. Counterpoint raised. Preservation of culturally significant catalyst subjects. Future advancements may allow safe subject extrication.
Not possible. They are quite literally already dead. You can go ahead and try to extract them, but all you'll get is corpse. So, good luck with that. I'd kill this man if I could.
Thank you for getting rid of the creatures. You saved my life.
Trust me, that was not my intention. It just happened to be holding loot I wanted. And it was in my way. And it attacked me.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Balam Lamek. I was part of the science team working on the time loops.
Well, the guarding Andy would have attacked me if it had the chance. I killed it first. The sniper Andy got its chance, and then I killed it. Self-defense in both cases.
What we did to that poor man. I can't be a part of this anymore. What we did was unforgivable.
Go on.
That madman. He timed it perfectly. He created a new time loop on B4. He wants to weaponize them.
He created a time loop.
How did they create the new time loop?
Dr. Mabden told the poor Sabinian that the palamists strapped to the tables were the same who had repeatedly raped his daughter. The Sabinian didn't hesitate. He grabbed the chainsaw and chopped the palamists to pieces. I just stood there and let it happen. There are two time loops. Don't confuse one for the other. The one on this floor is old and didn't give us as much data. It wasn't good enough for Mabden. That lunatic had to make a new time loop. It's on B4. You need to stop this insanity. Near Mabden's time loop, there is a terminal where you can hack the mainframe and call forth the Guardians. You must close it. Please. End their suffering. Use the numerical code 7584 to access the terminal and take this Ammon prism to close the time loop.
Oh, good. I just get a prism. That's great. And I have to kill Andes along the way? Well, probably not for this particular time loop, but probably, right? I'd say it's a 50-50. It might not be old enough to have Andes attached to it, but I wouldn't put it past it to just have Andes become connected to it. 7584. It's actually pretty simple to remember. This is a theta prism, and then a rho prism.
Ever seen this symbol before?
Yes, I have. Some of our soldiers found an artifact with that symbol when they explored the ancient facility. As per procedure, it was catalogued and stored for future investigation. All objects of curio are stored on B4.
God dang it. Freaking gnat, man.
Ever seen this symbol?
Nope, I don't care about this anymore. Okay, there we go. If it was bright enough, I'd be able to just kill it midair, but I mean, I'm trying to record, right? So that's just not really an option. Also, like I said, it would need to be bright enough. It doesn't really matter which. Actually, going that way would take forever. Then again, it'd take us a level down immediately. We haven't killed all of the guardians for the time loop up here, which is fine. They'll get there soon enough. I mean, I'm looking out of my window and it's daytime, but for some reason I'm seeing a full moon. And I mean, I say that I'm looking out the window, but really I'm looking at it because I've got this big sheet over it. Because I hate it being bright in here. This is B3.
Hey, soldier.
What?
I need assistance.
You need a lot more than that. You are a corpse.
Soldier, I need assistance.
When I get to you.
Hey, soldier.
Shut up.
I need assistance.
I'm sure I don't have a key for that. But, no reason not to try, right? How do you get done in at your desk? I don't... There's no way. There's just no way, right? I mean, I've been in the zone enough that I could understand, but there's just no way. If you're at home, yeah, you get in the zone and it's like, you don't have anything to worry about. You're in a place where you should be safe, so it makes sense that you'd allow yourself to get that deep into whatever it is you're doing. But here, knowing what it is you're doing and dealing with, I don't freaking think so. There's no way you wouldn't be on edge at all times. But then again, if they had the good sense to be on edge at all times, none of this would ever happen in the first place. I'll just tank the hit. Okay, so we've got a lot of extra doors we'll need to open. That's perfectly fine. First, we have to find that switch. Should be through here, right? Screw it, we'll go with blue first. I'm not particularly attached to either color, and I don't know which will be of more value to me immediately, so we'll just go 1 and then 2. This one is orange. Did you do that? Where did they all come from? Because that's where I want to go. They didn't just manifest destiny out of thin air. That's for goddamn sure.
Hey, soldier, I need assistance.
And yet, notice how I'm ignoring you. That's where they came from. So they were just in here having a pose off until I opened the door. Then I got on the floor and I put them on it themselves. I'll have to be careful going forward because other enemies may have just popped out of nowhere. Another training room. There's no haze. Right, that doesn't care about obstacles. I happen to like having my limbic energy. Thank you very much. Oh, dear. Okay, so I need to go and pick crap. Didn't we get a... No, that was for something else. It was 7584 or 7485? 7... Nope. I want to go to there. There's 2 items in there. At least one of them has to be good, right? Right? Yoink. 9mm limbic projectiles. I mean, they're not even attuned. Are you even trying to live? As I don't have any information on a 6-digit code, we may as well move along. What am I missing? There was something I noticed or needed to do somewhere, and I forgot. Oh.
Hey, maybe we can each other out.
What? No, you're not very attractive. I'm not interested.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Marga Hamill, Cerebrum Division. I'm the one who designed and created your drone.
Good for you. No, to be fair, it does have an occasional use. I probably should actually use it more often. Especially the one that blocks projectiles versus the turret. That'd probably be pretty huge. Now that I think about it.
As you can see, we're experiencing technical difficulties. I need your help to get out of here.
Sure, technical difficulties is definitely one way to explain the blood-spattered wall and the glass behind you. Sure.
Know anything about this?
That looks familiar. I'm not sure, though. It looks old. If I remember correctly, all the old stuff found in the ancient sections is stored in the testing area on B4. Listen, let's help each other. I want to get out of here, and you want access to B4. I won't be able to escape this place without a functional drone. I need a drone processor to fix mine, but they're all stored in my lab. If you help me get it, I'll give you my key card.
I don't need it, though. I have one that'll get me everywhere I need to go.
Get there, exit this room, and go left. Go down the hall and past the red blast door. On your right, you should see the logo of a drone on the wall. That's where my lab is. The code to get in is 230317.
230-317. Got it. I have to admit I wasn't paying much attention to her, so that information sort of just went in one ear and out the other.
Oh, I wouldn't mind a few upgrades. We could boost the communication array.
Tanya, you're breaking up. What was that? Upgrade communication array?
Wanker.
drone module, a rank 2 surge step. Lasts 40 seconds. I actually wouldn't mind having that on my drone. But the other stuff is just... The other stuff is pretty good too. We've got the periodic stun, we've got the projectile shield, which I don't use because I forget it exists. Until long after it's relevant. Like, me mentioning it was the first time I actually thought about it in a very, very long time. That's not good.
Did you get the drone processor I need for my lab?
To be honest, probably shouldn't be helping one of these people escape. I should just let them all stay here and die of starvation or dehydration, whichever gets them first, really. Dehydration tends to crit harder, so probably that would get them first. But it looks like there's a lot of drinkable stuff on the shelves behind her, so maybe not. Oh, right. I don't... Yeah, we do this. Got... Okay.
Thanks. Now I can leave. Take my key card. A deal's a deal. Good luck on B4.
Looks like we might have ended up needing this particular card anyway. Dang. Right, we need to open the orange doors. There it is. Now, yep, there it is. Things get interesting again. One of them is a time loop guardian. But I think it's the porcelain Andy's on the floor, not the spider Andy. Also, my see? That's cool. I appreciate that little extra touch.
Hollow Walker biopsy log, session 01. Spectacular. What we have appears to be an altogether inconceivable physiology that bears no resemblance to any known life forms.
Yeah.
There are no discernible organs, no nervous system, no circulatory system, and no skeletal system. Truly remarkable. Traditional means of locomotion are completely absent. No muscle tissue, no tendons or ligaments. The entirety of the mass is comprised of a contiguous substance that can only be categorized as flesh. Tensile strength, density, hardness, shear strength. All seem to fluctuate based on external stimuli. Initial inspection suggests evidence of both fibrous and globular structures. Samples have been extracted for a complete cellular analysis. If I wasn't a scientist, I might be liable to believe these creatures are the work of a higher power.
automation implement precision suture algorithms. Drug administration module, hypodermic injections, antiseptics, analgesics, antibiotics, adrenaline, and other stimulants. I'd also love to look into upgrades for the current tactical configurations. Battery longevity, rotor strength, chassis reinforcements. So much to do.
And then we have this little bit of information about a defective safe in the B1 observation room. I had to reset the safe again. I submitted a request for a new safe 3 months ago. Still haven't heard anything back. Clearly the higher-ups don't take the whole top secret concept seriously, or they would have greenlit my request by now. Frankly, I'm getting tired of resetting this thing every week. So, until we get a new safe, the code is just going to be lucky sevens every time. Seems fitting since they like to gamble with our security protocols. Okay. A mystery has been unlocked, and I don't recall having seen a safe yet. It's the B1 observation room. But first, I need to find where the locker room is. I've got a key and an overwhelming urge to stick it in something. Yeah. I don't think we need orange open, and blue is basically a shortcut to where we need to go. We got everything out of there. The most important part was information on the safe. So we can go back. Open up the blue doors. At least I hope that it'll act as a shortcut back to the stairwell. It's entirely possible that it won't. I mean, the glass is already busted. I could just clear it out a little and then we could just leave through it. But no, they won't allow me my freedom. So we'll play it the way they want us to play it. For now. Okay, so the way out is clearly where the save point is. This way. But way out is over here. Yeah, that's where the locker is. I just don't remember how to get to there. And then we need to head back up to B1 to look for the observation room. How am I confused about where to go? It actually pisses me off that I've messed up like this. Huh? This is obviously a case of me missing something obvious again, because I'm looking for something big or harder to notice. Forest for the trees sort of thing. Okay, so we definitely would have had to come through here. I understand that. So the way out is definitely through here. Give me whatever's in here. This was always mine. A note about cold feet. I'm having second thoughts. Don't get me wrong. The world needs to know what's happening here. Of that I'm sure. Rather, I'm hesitant in our approach. I have a feeling this is going to end badly for us. Especially now with the new emergency protocols in place. If we screw this up, they'll get away with everything. I've taken some extra precautions. I moved the computer to our spot in the maintenance supply room on B2. I changed the password to something only you would know. The OMSEF team numbers currently deployed to Leth, Sinedra, and Akasa in that order. Seriously. Do we know someone with the name Ball? It's not the woman we just talked to. This guy. We need to head up to talk to him. Maybe we'll be able to get something out of it. I also need to head to the observation room to look for a safe. This is B2. Oh, look at that. It's vulnerable now. I never even heard it scream.
Played the pawn in your silly games!
You know nothing about the workings of the real world!
I will never forgive you and Father.
So this is why they disappeared.
I've played the pawn in your silly games!
You know nothing about the workings of the real world!
I will never forgive you and Father.
Honestly, I am not comfortable with breaking this time loop until I'm certain that the one deeper down isn't Row, or is Row. So, for now... Observation room, there's a safe... We needed to talk to this guy anyway. Can we give him... not the... no, okay.
Did you close the time loop?
guess we can go with this.
Who is Dr. Mabden?
Dr. Mabden is a cold-hearted son of a bitch. He's a liar and a manipulator. He will stop at nothing to get what he wants, no matter the cost. He's obsessed with the weaponization of the creatures and the time loops. Someone should stop him.
Yeah, someone. So, no information from him about the teams that are deployed. That's not relevant. There is no safe here. Frankly, it wouldn't make sense for there to be one. Since Dr. Ball there gave us 2 of the amines, I'm sure that the one that was just created is Ro. But I'm going to go ahead and hedge my bets and just hold on to both of them until I break that other one. Yellow gives me the shortcuts. That makes it a training room. Maybe. Wouldn't hurt to check. This is just to turn off the alarm. No safe. There it is. Well, guess we just go. Ooh, elite distract, lasting 45 seconds. Let's see. I mean, technically, we could just equip 2, right? But actually, we have a much better strat, and we don't really need the cheeseburger. Well, the cheeseburger strat is still pretty good, with a hamburger strat, and then the cheeseburger strat is just the one using the glyphs entirely. So the hamburger strat is still viable. It costs basically no energy, and all it does is put this on a 3-minute cooldown that I can reduce through consumables. But we can only distract one at a time, obviously, since there's one drone, but having the ability to do it back to back would be pretty good. Especially in cases where I'm fighting 2 really annoying things, and I just need one of them to go away. and stay gone until I'm done with the other one. Maybe we'll keep that one in our back pocket for now, and we'll just equip the better version immediately. So now that that's dealt with, we need to figure out how in the world are we going to find out what OMSEF teams were deployed where? So our spot in the maintenance supply room on B2. Change the password to something only you would know. The OMSEF team number is currently deployed. Oh, we have their notes, right? Not here. Hold on. Leth Sinedra Akasa. Sinedra. 11. Sinedra was the second one. Leth 05. 05, 11. We should have more. This is still Epsilon 11. Still Epsilon 11. That only leaves 2 sets of numbers, but the problem is, I believe that's Akasa Marshes, by the way. I didn't see anything anywhere from OMSEF. I tend to just pick everything up anyway, so maybe it's in the area that's gated off and requires a passcode to enter. Because I didn't see any staging areas for OMSEF. No tents or anything like that, just the not Palavis, the Sabinian soldiers. So it's 05, 11, and an unknown combination of numbers 0 through 9. Yeah, I just pick everything up, so I don't know how I didn't encounter any OMSEF reports out in the Casa marshes. Okay, he said it was in the supply closet on B2. Yeah, this is B2. You would think that would be it. That is clearly the maintenance supply room. And yeah, I know this takes us up to B1. So the issue is probably that I'm looking for something. I'm looking for it the wrong way. light off. That should help. Checked everything that can be accessed with red. I mean, there's no way they forgot to place the computer, right? So, what am I missing? Because this area is not nearly large enough to miss something so obvious. I'm not worried about the password for it because I can brute force that. It'd take a rather significant amount of time given the way passwords behave in this game, forcing you to input the entire thing again if you get it wrong, but I could brute force the thing. That's not a big deal. It's not this computer, so I don't understand. This is the only computer here. The only other place it could be is in there. Wouldn't make sense. We picked up another theta, so that's on B1. And we have a shortcut to B1 through here. A shortcut of sorts, right? What if the computer was hidden somewhere higher that I wouldn't be looking for it? Through, go around.
I've played the pawn in your silly games!
You know nothing about the workings of the real world!
I will never forgive you and Father.
Came in through this way. I want to give B2 one more pass, and then we'll just end the video because I know it's going to suck because What's Her Mug gave me the password for something or other. 7584 or 7485. I remember it. It was basically, the way I remember it is, if you separate the first two and the last two, their difference was basically 11. But I don't remember if the first two or the second two had the greater part of that 11, or had the greater. I don't remember it clearly, but it's fine. Right, one more look around. Not at ground height for the computer. Looking for it to be above head height. And in case you're wondering, I have the light off to make it easier to see the glow of the computer, but as you've seen, we've been through this place 4 or 5 times now, depending on whether or not you want to actually count the first time through. So I don't get where this computer is supposed to be. There aren't all that many places for it. And we've been through every single one of the rooms here repeatedly. I don't know. So, next episode, we will move on to B4, where all of the juicy stuff is, apparently. And break the time loop that's been set up there by someone who has apparently no appreciation for human life and just really doesn't care about anything other than weaponizing everything he possibly can. Nevertheless, I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back next week with more. And that feels awkward to say because I'm currently recording this before any of these videos actually go up. So wrap your mind around that one, Western man. After today, we will be uploading Silk Song. So if you are interested or feel so inclined, feel free to join us. We just got some new abilities and, you know, everything is looking up. More or less. And, oh, it's a good game. Both of these games are actually really good. This one, I'm probably closer to finishing, especially since it gets 3 days a week as opposed to Silk Song's meager 2. But as a matter of fact, as soon as I'm done with this, I need to go and work on getting the other game that I want to record. But we'll get to that when we get to that, won't we? Let me go ahead and turn this on. And with all that said, we will see you next time.